All righty. Good evening, everybody. Hope everybody is doing well tonight. Welcome, welcome, and welcome. Glad everybody could make it tonight. Good evening. How's everybody doing? Good to see you. Glad you're here. Thank you for taking time to hang out with Vision Preparedness. As usual, we'll do around the block. Good evening, Bougie. I see you. Fed Up American. My Mother Sparks, Triple Threat. GT in the house. 5x5. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, folks. Good evening, Matt Ware. How are you, my friend? Sorry we didn't get to catch up, but we will. We will. Welcome, welcome. Pull up a seat, sit back, relax, smile, and we're going to spend some time talking about, are you prepared for this coming winter? Coffee, the lifeblood. Triple Threat, I see you ride and die. Cheryl, welcome. Good evening. Glad everybody's here. I'm going to throw this PSA out, public service announcement. If you guys missed My Mother Sparks live, that was about an hour and a half ago, check out her page and listen to her live that deals with herbal medicinal herbs packed with information. I learned so much from that live that yeah, I'm gonna talk her head off when I have a conversation with her. But medicinal herbs and just natural healing stuff, get rid of the prescription drugs and all that stuff. But anyway, glad you're here. My Mother Sparks, if you're in the chat, type Vision and drop your link, please, so that those in the chat can go check out your live that you just had. So how's everybody's week? What's everybody been doing this week? Let's do around the block first. I have spent the last 2 days canning. Believe it or not, canning. I did peppers. What else did I do? I did pickles. I made pickles for the first time, and I can't wait to taste them in about 3 weeks. So I'm canning, been canning. I'm going to do some more canning this weekend. And thank you, Triple Threat. And that's what I'm doing. What's everybody else doing this week? It's been a pretty good week. Welcome, Krista. Good to see you. Glad you're in the house this evening. It's been a busy week for me. I just, have been working and doing stuff around the house. I got plenty of stuff to do before the winter sets in, and I got to get it done. So let's jump and dive right into our topic. Are you prepared for the coming winter? So we could take this several ways, but let's hit it where it needs to be hit first. Fuel costs. As we all know, everything is rising. The price of electricity, the price of natural gas, the price of propane, the price of gasoline, the price of food, you name it, the price is going up. And it's crazy. And I just don't see it stopping anytime soon. Fed Up American, he just pulled potatoes in a 2x3x3 area. I got approximately 1 pound. Very nice. Very, very nice. My potatoes started late. I've got sweet potatoes growing and red skin potatoes growing. So I'm waiting for those plants to die so I can harvest the potatoes. Good job, Fed Up American. Good job. Yep, this is my first time also growing potatoes. So Good to know. Good to go. But yes, folks, the price of fuel is going up all the way around the board. Gas, natural gas, propane, electric, everything. Are we really prepared for this price increase? Welcome, Not for Nothing Homestead. Glad to see you. You know, with the winter coming, and I have a feeling here, at least here in Ohio, we're going to have a pretty harsh winter this year, which doesn't surprise me because August is normally our hottest month of the summer. And we had that, back in June and things like that. So I think we're going to have a rough winter this year. I hope I'm wrong, but in case, I'm preparing, and I'm prepared for the rough winter. So, you know, for those of you that may not have natural gas, but propane to heat your house and all of that, make sure you get your propane tanks topped off, which I'll be doing in a couple of weeks. And, you know, get prepared for the winter because winter is on the way. You know, there's things that need to be done around the house and maybe even to the house. So, you know, there are several things that we do depending on where you live. We may have a harsh winter. I'm sorry. I know GT's up in Alaska. I can't even imagine winters up in Alaska. No problem, my mother Sparks. You're fine. Colin, welcome. Welcome from across the pond, my friend from across the pond. Good to see you. Glad you dropped in. Glad you dropped in. So, not for nothing homestead. Can 13 quarts of chicken bone broth, can 12 and a half pints of crushed tomatoes, dehydrated all the tomato skins, and got a half a pint of tomato powder. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm tired just reading that. Good job. Good job. Be ready. Good to see you, my friend. Glad you're in the house. Glad you're in the house. With everything that's going on, folks, this winter, I think we're going to see a winter, hopefully not bad weather, but we're going to see skyrocketing fuel bills and electric bills. That's just my personal opinion. You know, with that, folks, we got to prepare for it. My mother Sparks, still planning on emailing you, had an appointment to do, no problem. Yes, my mother Sparks put on an amazing live talking about medicinal herbs, which I'm still floored by. But this winter, folks, we have to prepare. I think a lot of things are going to get worse in this country. I think things are going to get worse in this world. So it's just a matter of are we prepared? Period. So a couple of things that I want to drop in your mind, in your conscience, talk about to help us prepare and get ready for the coming winter, okay, weather-wise. First and foremost, folks, check your gutters on your house, which I'm cleaning my gutters this weekend. If you haven't cleaned your gutters already, clean them because this winter, snow, rain, ice, cold temperatures, you don't want the ice forming on the gutters and then forming these giant icicles that could fall off and kill somebody. I've seen stuff hanging off of buildings that, would spear somebody. So make sure your gutters are clean, protect them, clean them out, get them ready so the water can flow when the snow melts, when it rains, and go to where it needs to go. Also, if you have pipes in your house that you may know that freeze, wrap them, insulate them, or pipes outside, insulate them. Things like that. Welcome, Naj. Good to see you. Good to see you. If you have exposed pipes, cover them. Even in the house, in the basement, you can cover the pipes going to your water heater. Things like that. Yep. Plan for power outages. I have a feeling that that's going to become more than what it already has. Power outages. Plan for them, folks. Get your generators ready, backup power, whatever it is you need to do. If you have drafty windows, seal them up. Caulk them up while the weather's still nice. Caulk it up. If you put, that clear plastic wrap on the inside of the windows in the house, and then hit them with a hair dryer, and it seals them off, makes them nice if you happen to have drafty windows. Take care of that so that your gas bills don't go outrageous, through the roof. So, do those things. Also, if we all like to be warm in the wintertime. Keep your house cozy, make it comfortable. We may have to turn the thermostat down to save a few dollars. Do what you can to cut corners, but still be comfortable this coming winter, because, if you have to have your furnace checked or cleaned, also change the filters in your furnace before winter. Before it starts getting cold, change the filter in the furnace, okay? Right, good point, not for nothing. If you don't have a lot of money, cheap pool noodles. Exactly. Use the pool noodles to wrap the pipes. And now you can get them on sale because summertime's over. You can get them on sale. That's good, not for nothing. It's all about saving money. We don't like to spend more than we have to for the luxuries and to be comfortable in our own homes. If you have rooms that you don't go in the wintertime, close the rooms off, close the vent, shut the door, put a towel or a blanket at the bottom of the door, and seal off the room if you don't use it. That saves on your heating bill, different things like that. Also, test your smoke detectors and carbon monoxide detectors if you have them. Test them, make sure everything works, get all the batteries you have. Also, and I hate this with a passion, and later on, soon as it starts happening, I'll be posting videos of this. When the leaves start falling off the trees, folks, got to rake them up. I hate raking with a passion, but there's this wonderful invention called a billy goat, which is an industrial push-behind leaf blower, because I get tons and tons and tons and tons of leaves. So got to clean all that up before the snow starts flying, do the yard maintenance, get it ready, prep it for the winter. So those are some of the things we can do outside. If you have water hoses out, put them away for the winter. Put them up, put them away. Clean up, get ready. Now, inside the house, as we said, If you have a fireplace that you burn regularly or a wood burning stove like I do, make sure you got plenty of wood in the house, cut wood in the house and outside. I have probably a cord and a half cut, and we probably have 3/4 to cut. So we're going to be busy. Right. Compost those leaves. Absolutely right, my mother Sparks. Compost them and use them in the garden in the spring. Perfect. Perfect. Right. Shred the leaves for your mulching beds. Absolutely. Good evening, Angry Homesteader 2. Good to see you. Welcome. Right. The stuff that, the leaves and everything, shred them, make mulch beds, put them in the garden, compost, throw them in the compost pile. I have a compost pile, and every time I cut the grass, I bag it, and those go in there, and the leaves are going to go in there, and that's the compost for the garden for in early spring. So now that we got the outside taken care of, back in the house, get your wood ready for your wood stoves or your fireplaces. Check your window seals. If you're the type of person like me, I like fresh air going through the house, so I have screens in the windows. So now it's time to take out the screens and put in the storm windows, which I dread doing all of that, but it needs to be done to help insulate the house. I get it, Krista. So, make sure that, we're preparing for winter. So in the middle of winter, we don't get caught off guard trying to clean out gutters or change screen windows to storm windows, put them in. Welcome, Derek. How are you, my friend? Good to see you. Good to see you. Those are the things we need to do inside the house as well. Clean up the rooms, get out the blankets and get everything ready for the winter to be cozy and comfortable on that cold winter night, sitting in front of a fire with your husband, your wife, your significant other, whoever, or just yourself with a good book, good cup of coffee, and pray the world doesn't fall apart around us. But, it's those are the things we need to prepare for. Everybody knows what has to be done around their homes to get ready for winter. The one thing I hate doing is shoveling snow. I refuse to. I refuse to shovel snow, period. I just dread it with a passion. Fed Up American, he's currently trying to find a wood stove so I can get it installed. Good luck, my friend. If you can find one, you're very lucky. I can't think of the place. I'll think of it. If I can think of it, I'll give you a place here in Columbus that has them as well. But I've got an amazing wood burning stove in my basement. I load that thing up and light it, and it heats the whole house. I can literally turn off the heat, and the wood burning stove in the basement heats up the whole house. So, those are the things that will save on your gas bill. Especially if you have a wood burning stove or fireplace. When's the last time you had your chimney cleaned? You may want to think about that. If you have a wood burning fireplace, when's the last time the chimney was cleaned? Rolls of insulation. Right. Plastic sheeting, thick mail, also duct tape. Absolutely. I keep that on hand. So, those are the things that's the key to getting your house, your homestead, your apartment, your place ready for the winter. Once you get on that, yeah. And here's the thing. She said she's never had hers cleaned. So if you have a wood burning stove, my mother sparks, a couple of things. You can hire professionals. They'll come clean the chimney sweeps or whatever they are. Or you can go buy the logs that will burn off the creosote in the fireplace, in the chimney. So that's another way. She doesn't have one. Lovely. That's my girl. Right. Leaf blower works good for snow. It does. But marble, not for the north. Right. Maybe not. I'm going to have to try my industrial leaf blower this winter and see how that works. Right. Exactly. Yeah. Same here. My mother sparks. I use the logs. But I think next year I'm going to have professionals just come and clean the chimney, just to give me a peace of mind. Have them come in the spring. There you go, folks. Clean out the dryer vents so it's not a fire hazard. And the dryer lint you save, put it in a bag. It's great fire starting material. Absolutely works well. Works well. So with that, there's things to be done around the house. Just because it's winter doesn't mean we stop. Right. Okay, Krista, she uses her fireplace to heat and cook. I use mine to heat, and that would be my backup to the backup to the backup to the backup to cook with, if need be. It's a great thing. It's a great thing. And I was laughing to myself on my mother Sparks on her live she was talking about cinnamon. So I have a cast iron teapot that I set on top of my wood burning stove with water in it to humidify the air, and I throw cinnamon sticks in it. So it gives off this amazing cinnamon aroma, and it just fills the whole house. So, that's how, you keep moisture in the air. So with that, now is the time to begin to do these things. We got the holidays coming up and all of that good stuff, and make your house a home. I know everybody with things that are going on in the world, we can't do anything about that. All we can do is prepare. And now my home is my castle. And when I'm here, I'm comfortable, I'm at peace, and I'm happy. So the last thing I need is for something crazy to happen just because. Lasha's Journey, welcome. How are you? I heard you were away, but thank you for joining. Thank you. Thank you. Do me a favor, folks. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't. Share out the video. It helps the YouTuber algorithms. So let's see what happens there. But yes, so with that, now that we've taken care of the outside of the house, take care of the inside of the house, let's take care of the people that live within the house. Do you have everything you need? Let's say there's a snowstorm and everything is shut down. Got everything? Blankets, kids are home from school if you have them. Everybody's hungry. They eat. If you have kids like mine, he eats as long as he's awake. He eats. So, now's the time to stock up on the soups and the ingredients to make soups and all of that good winter food, the soups, the chilies, the stews, the lasagnas, the pastas, the comfort food that relaxes and gives everybody that smile and that warm feeling in their heart. So, that's, we have to make sure. Good evening, Mary from Wisconsin. And Wisconsin gets cold, 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 cold in the wintertime. I was in Mason, Wisconsin for a bit in the winter, and I said, if I ever make it home alive, I will never come back. And I have kept that promise. Glad you joined us. Oh, my mother Sparks, now you talking my language. Biscuits and gravy, amazing. Sausage gravy, biscuits and gravy in the morning in the wintertime, there's nothing better. Nothing better, folks. You know, stock up on your chicken broths, your stew meat, your soup ingredients, pasta sauce, all of that good stuff. The powdered soups that you just add water work real good with canned chicken. Yes, they do. Fed up American. Yes, Mary, cold is right. Wisconsin is no joke in the wintertime. And all of that. Good to see you, Bronze. Good to see you. Thank you for joining. So, you know, those are the things we can stock up on. You know, Christmas is coming up. It's around the corner to be here before we know it. And with everything that's going on in the world right now, you may want to start Christmas shopping now. I know my mom is. My mother is already Christmas shopping because she called and was asking about family members and what they would like for Christmas. And I was like, Mom, it's September. Can we get to Thanksgiving first? Chicken and dumplings. See, my mother Sparks, you now you wonder why I eat, because you keep throwing stuff out there. Right. I'm with you, Mary. I'm hungry. And you know, normally after my lives, what do? We chat, we talk, and we eat. So that's probably going to happen tonight as well. But yeah, you know, this is the time. You know, winter clothes. Get the winter clothes out. What fits, what doesn't fit. Do you need to get an extra coat, another pair of boots, gloves, hats? Do you know where all that stuff is? And knowing ladies, you know, some ladies, you know, you change your clothes out seasonally. Unlike guys who just wear what we wear when we wear it and find it. So, yes. Mary says she's working on making Christmas gifts for the family. That's perfect. That is absolutely perfect. Yes. Okay, Naj. Don't have to worry about anything below 40. The only snow I get is melted. So you get water. Okay. Cheryl actually purchased a power station and solar panels. There you go. Absolutely. That's great. That's great. Right. Mary pulled out her winter socks. Yesterday I was looking for my wool socks, because I know here shortly I'm going to have to trudge out here into the back and start chopping, cutting wood, splitting wood. So hopefully I can get that done before the cold sets in. But, you know, these are the things we got to prepare for. This fall is probably my favorite season. You know, right before the snow flies and it gets bitter cold. I like fall because I like putting on the zip up pullovers, you know, and a pair of boots and some jeans and turtleneck sweater and a hat on and do what I do. I'm working on solar as well, folks, because I truly believe there's going to be power outages this winter, especially if we have winter storms like we've had before. There's going to be water issues. There's going to be, I think, some type of, let's just say, domestic uprising, and I'll leave it at that. Krista said she's giving dehydrated foods for Christmas. I'll take dehydrated bananas, please. Thank you. I appreciate that. With the cotton shortage, right. Cheryl says, with the cotton shortage, purchase your undergarments and socks. Right. I'm going to take care of that and take care of all the guys in the family and say, hey, here you go. Welcome, Micro Farmer. Good to see you. How are you tonight? Thank you for stopping by. Pull up a chair, have a seat. We're talking about, are you ready for the coming winter? Wherever you live in the country, depending on where you live, your winter can be 65 degrees and sunny. Where I live, it could be minus 50 and 15 inches of snow. Where do you send them? I'll let you know. Send me an email. Check out our channel, the About page. There's my email. And I'm just teasing, but drop me an email and I'll let you know. Yeah, there is. So Naj is asking, what cotton shortage? Who was that? Was that Krista or, oh, that was Cheryl. Talk about the cotton shortage, Cheryl. But yes, folks, these are the things we got to think about. You know, winter's coming. Is your vehicle ready for winter? Have you winterized it? Pick up an extra gallon or two of antifreeze. I know I got to get, thank you. I got to get 2 front tires put on my truck. So I got to get that taken care of before winter sets in. Yes, I'm with you, Micro Farmer. Right, I'm always prepared to go through rough winter. Yep, exactly. Same here. So, you know, is your vehicle winterized? You know, throughout the summer, you may need to put antifreeze in. You may want to get extra windshield wiper fluid. You may want to get new wiper blades. You want to make sure that your heater works. Your tires are in good condition. You've got all of your emergency stuff in your vehicle. Get home bag with assorted stuff in it, tools, extra spare tires working. You have a jack, you know where all that stuff is. Right. Cheryl says she heard that there was not a complete harvest this year of cotton. That is true. That is true. Micro farmer, cotton shortage. I have cotton seeds who need them, pick them myself. True story. I know that's right. Right. All right, Fed Up American, have a good evening. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate you. Appreciate your support for the channel. Moon Sprout, good to see you. How are you tonight? Glad you joined us. So, you know, folks, make sure your vehicle is in tip-top shape for this winter. Maybe you need a new battery. At least get your battery checked, because there's nothing worse than having a dead battery in sub-zero or very cold temperatures and it won't start. Then you need a jump. So make sure you got jumper cables in your vehicle as well. Not for Nothing said, can you believe it is illegal for Georgians to grow cotton? Really? You guys, it's illegal to grow cotton in Georgia? Huh. And Krista said, no cotton in North Carolina? Huh, that's interesting. Yeah, that's different. I did not know it was illegal to grow cotton in Georgia. Thank you for sharing that, Not for Nothing Homestead. Appreciate that. Naj says her friend bought her some cotton seeds, 4 little cotton plants, but they already gave me 12 blossoms. Nice, nice. I did, but yeah, I still can't believe it's illegal to grow cotton in Georgia. But back on the topic of the vehicle, folks, make sure your vehicle is ready. I always keep 1 or 2, normally 2 extra containers of antifreeze and windshield washer fluid in my truck, just in case, because there's nothing worse than driving in the snow and it's snowing, and then you go to use your windshield wipers and the windshield becomes all muddy and nasty because I didn't clean off my windshield wipers before I used them. And now I've got a mess and I can't see. Right, get washer fluid. Get it now while it's cheaper. Absolutely right, Matt. Windshield wiper fluid is cheaper now. It's cheaper. It's still expensive, but it's cheaper now than it will be this winter. Good to see you, Marco. But yeah, it's amazing, folks, of the things that we need to get done to get ready for winter. So the vehicle, tires, check them, make sure they're not bald, they're in good condition. Depending on your location, you may need tire chains. I don't know. I keep a shovel in my truck. I keep a bag of cat litter in my truck, just in case I get stuck. And, I got jumper cables, and I keep a tow strap just in case somebody has to pull me out because I can't get out. At least I have the strap to say, here, I can, use the strap and go from there to get pulled out. But with that, the vehicle modes of transportation, if you need to get your tires, get them now. Because this winter, the price of winter items is going to be more expensive than it is now. If you need a new snow shovel, get it. If you want to get a snow blower, get it now. Don't forget the ice melt and all of those things. Get them now while they're cheaper. So that way, you're not spending these outrageous prices for this stuff later on this winter when things get crazier. And especially if, the railroad finally does decide to strike, or some other major logistical supply chain debacle goes down and we can't get stuff. And then what's already in the stores, the only thing that's going to happen is the prices are going to go up more. Retailers are going to do price gouging. And then the utility companies are going to raise their prices, possibly, and that's going to send everything into a tizzy. And then people are going to get mad. There's going to be uproar and everything in the streets and all that. And then now we have another issue at hand that we should be prepared for. Be prepared, people, to defend yourself always at all times. Triple Threat was at Tuesday. She did a live and was talking about gun range safety. If you do have a weapon and if you do shoot and you practice, get to the range and practice. Be ready and be prepared. Good evening, Learning. Good to see you. Good to see you. Triple Threat, do me a favor, type vision, and so it'll drop your link into the chat. Gun safety, folks, sidebar. You need to go see Triple Threats live. Tarsha is an amazing gun safety instructor, and she had some amazing information there. Right, Naj. Naj also mentioned tarps. I'm glad you said that, Naj. When I went to one of my storage units today and was bringing back some tools and other stuff that I needed, and I found 3 tarps, and I was like, perfect. I threw them in the truck, and out the door they came. So yeah, folks, if you're not familiar with Triple Threat, there's her link to her channel in the chat. She has some amazing information. She's an amazing firearms instructor and a gardener and a cook and all of that good stuff. You're more than welcome. And with that, my Renaissance grandma, welcome. Good to see you. Thank you for stopping by. You know, folks, we have to get prepared for the coming winter. I I think we're going to have a rough winter across the country. No, I don't know any inside information because I'm too low on the totem pole to know any of that stuff. Um, but I just have the feeling that that's going to happen. You know, dry fire practice, cheap practice, absolutely, Matt. I do that in the house all the time, and I make my kids do it too. I have one of the USCCA's training handguns that I make my son practice. But so the vehicle, it's taken care of. Now, your personal security. Again, folks, the coming winter, if you have cameras outside, are they winterized? For those of you that do have cameras, I'm going to give you this amazing security hack. If you're having issues with when it snows, the snow collecting on the camera and all of that, here is a vision hack that works. Get a spray can of Pam and spray the camera with it. Snow will not stick to it. I learned that years ago with a lot of stuff. Even if you have a Ring doorbell, spray the lens, just a couple of squirts, spray it with Pam. Snow won't stick to it, mud won't stick to it, leaves, none of that. No problem, MMS. I no doubt, I get it. So those are some of the things we can do for those of you that may have satellite or dish TV or things like that. Spray your dish with Pam so that when it snows heavily, the snow won't stick to it. The snow will melt right off and run off and off into the woods and to the ground and wherever else. But I truly believe in being ready for the season, and winter is no joke, especially if it's a bad winter. Are you prepared for a snowstorm, a blizzard, a hurricane? Whatever it may be, now is the time to start preparing for that stuff and get everything ready so we're not scrambling. Do you have extra batteries? I had to go to the Battery Plus store to get a new battery for my microphone. And while I was in there, they had, no, Matt, it doesn't blur the image. It doesn't. Yeah, and just spray enough so it coats it. You can even wipe it if you want, but it won't blur the image on the camera. Yeah, Pam works. I actually had a guy that was a dish installer tell me about that, because in the wintertime and it snowed, snow would pile up on the dish and the signal was horrible. He said, go outside, clean it off, spray it with Pam. You're good. Ice storms. Okay, ice storms and slush. So, ice won't store up, won't collect on it either. But, I lost my train of thought because I'm too busy paying attention to the chat. But, those are the things we have to prepare for. I completely lost where I was at, but yes, Matt, it won't blur the image on the camera. But, these are the things we have to do now so we don't get caught in the middle of something. And, on the lines of security for the winter, has anybody ever gone outside in their yard or their driveway and they see footprints and they don't know where the footprints came from? Right. That's creepy. Then you're wondering, where are they? Then you follow the footprints and you're like, oh, it was the kids. And for some reason, they stop at the roof. But, we have to be aware of what's going on. Do you have radios? Do you have flashlights ready for a power outage? Are you listening to the Weather Channel? Do you know what's going on? Welcome, Ghetto. Welcome. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yes. Anybody, any of the content creators in the chat, if you type the word vision, Nightbot will drop your channel into the chat, and people in the chat, check out the other creators. Everybody has amazing channels, and we're talking about, are you ready for the coming winter? And I think we're going to have a rough winter, as I've always said. Yep, I always watch for footprints too. Most of the time, it's either deer, squirrels, or coyotes where I'm at. So, that's what I'm looking for. When I see human footprints, I'm concerned. So, what is that? Perceptive strategies. For my pellet stove, I have a battery rotation that can run at 6 hours per battery with my inverter, with solar to recharge each when needed. Awesome. That is amazing. That's good. Good to see you. Good to see you. Glad you dropped by. So, with that, folks, we have to make sure that we're ready for winter. There's nothing worse than being caught on a bad winter's day needing something and we don't have it. So I just wanted to have a live with a topic just to get everybody thinking about what's coming down the pike. And to be honest, I think the things we can't control are the things that we're going to really have to worry about the most this winter. And I'm going to leave it at that. But keep your eyes open, keep your ears open, stay prepared, and do the necessary things that will allow you to thrive, just in case we're at home and can't go anywhere. Right. Yes, Moonsprout, I'm sure you have. They said we've learned so many lessons about the cold when Texas froze over. Absolutely. Absolutely. So now's the time to prepare for that in case it happens again. Because if it happens again, you won't panic. You just put your plan in place and execute your plan. And that way you'll have some level of comfort to make it through those times. Good to see you, Flo. Good morning from the UK, preparing for winter. Torch flashlight, solar inverter, electric blanket, hot water bottles, and fleece. There we go, folks, our friends across the pond. Good to see you, Flo. Hope you're doing well. And Ghetto says here, right now is a great time to buy terracotta planters. They work great for emergency heat. Yes, they do, Ghetto. And my mother Sparks did an amazing video on how to create one. And you're absolutely right, because all that stuff is on sale now, folks. The garden centers are having serious sales on all the summer stuff. So if you need anything for next summer or next spring for the garden, go get it now, especially hand tools. Do you have the hand tools you need? Do you need shovels, brooms, so forth and so on? Stock up on light bulbs. What happens if there's a grid down situation, power surge, and all the light bulbs are blown? Now what? So, keep extra, and I don't mean 1 or 2 or 3 boxes of light bulbs. I'm talking cases. I buy the case LED light bulbs, contractor light bulbs from Lowe's. and there you can get a case at a very inexpensive cost from Lowe's. Right, garden clearance. Right. Yep, exactly, Moonsprout. Right, garden clearance is what's happening. So, these are the little tips and tricks for the winter. Here's the thing, if you store water in your garage, does your garage get cold enough that water is going to freeze? If so, move it into the house. Those are the little things we have to think about. Flo also mentioned we don't have very cold winters like UK, but everyone is concerned about rising electricity, gas, and food bills. Absolutely, Flo. We were talking about that. That's one of my major concerns are the fuel costs are going to go up this winter. Look at your electric bill now, just running the air conditioner. So this winter, you're going to have to gauge your thermostat, Thank you very much, my mother. I appreciate you. Is that 50 minutes or 15 minutes? It says 50. Okay. I'm at the 50-minute mark. Thank you. I'm a little slow, not enough coffee. But with the rising fuel bills, heating, electric, and food, stuff's going to go through the roof, folks. Hit the sales, okay? Everybody's, I hope, familiar with my mini prep Friday. Just stuff that I get inexpensive from the dollar store, and this Friday's mini prep Friday is going to be amazing because I figured something out, and I'm gonna drop that on Friday, and you'll just have to see it then. If you need candles, get them. I don't like candles because they pose a fire hazard for lighting and heat, but aroma, make sure they're in a glass bowl. But I just stay away from fire unless it's in a wood burning stove or I'm on the grill or it's in the fireplace. But those are the things we need to be thinking about and starting to prepare for. It's September. It's college football season. It's high school football season, NFL. So, these are the times where, we need to be thinking about these things before summer's over. Right. Mary, welcome. We didn't run our air conditioner this year, and our electric was still at about $60 more than last year when we were running the air conditioner. Correct. I don't think I may have ran my air conditioner once this year. And you're right, my electric bill was, if not more, the same as it was. It's crazy. So, folks, we have to do what we have to do in order to stay within our budget and live comfortably. I don't want to just survive. I want to thrive, and I want everybody else to thrive as well. So these are the things we have to do to maintain our lifestyle that will allow us to do the things we like to do. Urban, good to see you. Welcome. Do me a favor, folks, hit that like button, please. If you're new to the channel and haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. You can listen to me babble more and more. And I appreciate it. And it helps support the channel. And I truly thank everybody for joining me tonight. I got about maybe 5 or 10 minutes. And then that's when you'll see the soft side of me. But, that's okay. Any questions, folks, on anything? Well, let's open it up. We're going to spend some time and just talk and hang out. Any questions for me, for the chat, all of that? Flo said, got extra long life food and rechargeable lights that last a week. Also, travel kettle and stove. There you go. Excellent. Excellent. Donna, good evening. Thank you. I appreciate you stopping by. Donna Divine Prepping, good to see you. Appreciate you very much. And Tia, she's so busy listening, I didn't say good evening. Good evening to you, Tia Drumgold. Glad you stopped by. Appreciate you very much. But yeah, I mean that's what it's all about, folks. We just share information. I learn something every time I'm on the live. I don't have all the answers, but I know people who could probably answer the question. The biggest thing I learned tonight, I did not know it was illegal to grow cotton in Georgia. I did not know that. Angry Prepper sent you here. Well, excellently, excellent. Stay safe in the USA. Of where the madness going on there. Yes, we're very aware of the madness going on, Flo. I appreciate you joining. Yes, the Angry Prepper is not only a friend of mine, but he is an amazing guy, period. Jason is just always spectacular. Well, thank you, Moonsprout. I appreciate you and your support and everybody else in the chat. Plain and simple. It's, you know, we got a question here. How long past the expiration date is pasta and rice still good? So, Naj, are you talking in the box or in Mylar bags? Yeah, Michelle, I didn't either until you know it was made aware tonight in the chat that it's illegal to grow cotton in Georgia. So Naj, as far as I'm concerned, pasta, as long as it's in the original closed packaging, it's going to be good. To make it last even longer, you may want to throw it in a Mylar bag. And, you know, that way both will stay good forever. In the original packaging and a Mylar bag with an oxygen absorber in it, it'll outlast us. So you're okay there. But yeah, folks, pasta's wintertime. I think this winter I'm going to do some cooking and grilling videos because I love cooking in the wintertime. Stews and soups and all that stuff. Yes. So yeah, you're good there, Naj. Did I miss any questions in the chat? No. But you know, folks, we just have to stay as Triple Threat always tells me, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. So, you know, that's what we need to do. Michelle says, soup season already up here. Yes, exactly. Exactly. And Krista says, we have pasta my hubby got when he was hauling food, still good 4 years out. Right, exactly. Pasta will stay good indefinitely. And Naj asks, how about canned meat and other foods? Okay, canned meat, you check the best by date. As long as the can is not damaged, dented, rusted, any of that, it's going to last. And the test of that is if you open it and smell it and it stinks, throw it out. But you're good. Canned foods will last indefinitely. The Bitter Critter, welcome. Just done on the farm. Good to see you too, Bitter Critter. I know that's right. Moonsprout said, we're processing chickens this week. I'll be canning some chicken soup for the winter. But yeah, Naj, canned meats are good indefinitely. There have been MREs found in the can, not dented, not rusted, nothing wrong with the packaging, from World War II. Opened them up and they were okay. Don't know if I'd eat them, but unless that was the only thing left. But it'll last indefinitely and you'll be good. Indefinitely, yes. But yeah, so folks, you know, that's how it goes. And get ready for the winter, because there's always something unexpected that is going to happen. And we just need to be ready and stay ready for it. Michelle said, I opened a Pop-Tart can of cream chicken soup and it was crusty around the edge, consistency off, and smelled off. Best by date 2024. Yeah, too much. Yeah, exactly. Too much time on the hot boat. Yep, I'm with you. I actually had some milk that had a September date on it for expiration. And I think it was a week before the expiration date. I opened the milk and it didn't smell right. So I smelled it again and I was like, oh, you got to be kidding me. Looked at the best by date or sell before date, and it was still a good 10 days out. I just dumped it out. Yeah. So, you know, you just have to check stuff, folks. And that's how it works. And we just have to stay on top of stuff, because a lot of the stuff that we're just now getting in the stores has been sitting on a boat for the last 9 months or longer, you know, especially toys and consumables and cookware and all of that stuff, clothes, everything. It's been sitting in boats in the middle of nowhere because of who knows. So with that, folks, it is 9:33. And before I get screamed at by my amazing moderators, because they try to keep me on time for 1 hour. Right. Exactly, Michelle. Right. Rotten stuff in every store lately. Frustrating. Right. I take every item back to the store for the refunds. Absolutely. And do that, people. That's a good point, Michelle. If you buy something, I was listening to somebody's live and one of their subs was talking about they bought some cheese, got it home, opened it up, and it was moldy. So check everything, folks, when you go to the store. Keep stocking. Absolutely, bitter critter. Only the beginning of a long road ahead. You're absolutely right. I agree with you, bitter critter. It is a long road ahead. And I think we're going to have, and I've said it several times already tonight, I think we're in for a long, rough winter all the way around, not just weather-wise, but world-wise. And just stay ready. Yeah. Right, Urban. Right. I tried 1 hour, but got on for 3 every week. Right. Exactly. Uh-oh. My Renaissance grandma says charcoal tablets in your preps help you eating something bad during grit down. Good point. That is true. Charcoal tablets will help settle your stomach, among other things, if you do happen to eat something bad in a grit down situation. Very good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much for that tip, Renaissance Grandma. So, folks, there you have it. I feel like I'm babbling. Any more questions? And we're going to wrap this up, because I truly appreciate everybody taking the time to come hang out with me. Couple of things I do want to talk about before we go off the air. Thank you, my mother Sparks. Michelle says 35 plus years ready, but never enough for whatever they throw at us, and agree. Yes, absolutely. A lot of things that we're doing here at Vision Preparedness. Our website is almost ready. I can say that. Yay me. The developer finally listened to me, and I got tired of being screamed at by myself. So our website's almost done with a lot. We're going to have a lot of great stuff on there. What else? Oh, a couple things I want to talk about. Operation Pocketbook. Okay. You've probably seen the hashtag on some other channels. Operation Pocketbook. That is happening October, Halloween, from midnight on. Halloween. Sign out of all social media. What don't you believe, my mother Sparks? Sign out of all social media because this is a protest against social media across the board because of what's been going on and stifling our First Amendment right. So I'm supporting it. I'm going to sign out of all social media for 24 hours and nothing whatsoever. What else is going on? Keep prepping, keep prepping, keep prepping. And one thing I will say, we have something coming up here, hopefully before Christmas, in celebration of a milestone that hopefully we'll be achieving here shortly. And just stay tuned for more information because we're going to have a lot of cool stuff. And the bitter critter, what'd you say? I missed it. Yes, keep stocking, everyone. Right, this is just the beginning. Thank you, Flo. Yes, participate. Operation, let me drop that in the chat, folks. Remember this, share this out on all your social media. If I can spell. I think I got it. Operation Pocketbook. In protest of our First Amendment rights being stifled and just flat out ignored on social media. You do the same, bitter critter. Good to see you. Thank you for participating. Thank you for joining us. Hit that like button on your way out, share it out, so forth and so on. People, this is the part that always humbles me because I just want to help people. That's why I started my channel. I never started this channel to make money. I started this channel to be able to help like-minded people, period. Thank you, my mother Sparks. Urban, appreciate you. Yeah. It's amazing the people and the friendships that I've developed on YouTube from this community and from We Do. All I wanted to do was help people because I knew if I had to struggle or didn't know something and I learned it, I want to share it. So with that, I'm going to sign off now. I appreciate everybody. Hit the like button before you leave. Share out the video. Subscribe if you haven't. We got a lot of cool stuff coming down the pike, folks. And I do appreciate everybody. And remember this. Keep prepping because your family depends on you and it depends on your life. Everybody have a great evening and God bless. Good night.